we're back. Let's keep going. We're gonna go talk to Baker, your boss. Continue the story. Sir. You were looking for me? Yes, we're having a press conference now, and I want you there too. Me? That's right. You'll be on national television as the sole survivor of that incident. I see. But you only answer when I ask you. The media is just looking for anything to grill us about. They may even turn you into a suspect, so you let me do the talking, understood? Yes, sir. Okay then, let's go meet the press. You know that's not how it works out, right? So, you are saying this could be the work of a terrorist? That is what we currently speculate. How about accounts of officers and firemen at the scene bursting into flames? That was due to some shit. I skipped it by accident. Another question. Then how did Detective Brea survive without so much as a minor burn? That is the result of her quick thinking and training as an officer. I'm asking her the question. She said that my mitochondria were a mutation. Aya, your mitochondria? Who said this? Melissa. No, she said she was Eve. But according to a report, Melissa Pierce was killed in the fire. Melissa did die. Her body has been taken over by this Eve. What's this Eve? Some kind of an alien? Please, people. She is very tired and we're still investigating. That will be all for today. Oh, lol, 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 lol. Aya, I thought I told you not to say anything. I'm telling the truth, sir. Blood. That is not the point. Who's going to believe you? You only stir up the media and cause people to panic. Sir, she was only... Derp. Baker here. Who? What does he want? Well, put him through then. This is Captain Baker. What? Meet? You'll have to speak up. Yes, what? Yes, alright. Some Japanese scientist, I think. Couldn't understand his English too well. He was raving about some mito something. He says he's coming over here. Mito? Is it mitochondria? You mean that thing in the cell that makes energy from oxygen? Might have heard about that in school. That's what Eve had said. That it's time for the mitochondria to be set free. Hey, I just read that some researcher at the museum wrote a new theory on them. Sir, I'm taking Aya to go talk with this researcher. Go. Better get there before the media. It may explain that phone call, too. Alright, GTFO. Yes, sir. Come on, Aya. I'll bring the car around. Meet me at the front. For safety purposes, I'll save. You never know when things might crap out. Alright, I've been playing for 48 minutes. Moonwalk out. Let's just head out. This game is very linear. There's not really too much in the side paths. So you just go to where you need to go. We're going to the Museum of Natural History. Dr. Hans Klamp will be there. Dr. Klamp? What's his area of research? Well, according to the papers, he's working on a new theory, mitochondria something, but it seems to cover the whole genetic spectrum. That's odd, to have a PhD and be working in a museum. Well, he's pretty antisocial and doesn't like to waste time outside research. Oh, great. We're gonna have a grand time with this one. Yeah, I know where you're going with this. Just be careful this time, huh? Are you referring to the press conference? Yeah. Daniel, why do you kiss the chief's butt? You two joined the force at the same time, didn't you? Yeah, but that was years ago. Now he's my boss. So we'll go to the museum, where apparently a chocobo is part of the natural history. It's been a while since I visited the museum. Dinosaurs. Dinosaur exhibit. Loved these things when I was a kid. It looks like it's closed today. Damn, how did fat ass get up the stairs so fast? Well, let's see what that security guard can do for us. I love the sound effects. Squishy squish. Hey there, how you doing? Doing okay. Pretty cold day, though. How about yourself? We're with the NYPD. We're looking for a Dr. Klamp. He works here, doesn't he? Sure does. As a matter of fact, he's up there in his room right now. Did he do something? Nah, we just want to talk to him, that's all. Thank you. It shouldn't take long. The place is pretty creepy without any people. You'll find him in the research lab on the second floor. He's been pretty busy for the past few weeks. Doesn't come out ever. Thanks. Oh, by the way, could you sign in as policy? Let's keep track of who comes in. Thanks, Aya. Gee, Daniel, you sure you don't want to run down here and do it yourself? Notebook's on the counter, thanks. I don't think you can actually, skip this. Yeah, that should be enough, unless you want to leave your number, too. Blah, blah. Scribble, scribble, and then you can go upstairs. Hey, Aya. Over here. Hey, it's open. Let's check it out. Hey, excuse me. Hello? Hey, Dr. Klamp. Hey, Dr. Asshole. Dr. Klamp. I hear you. We're with the NYPD. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Professor, we're looking for clues concerning the incident which occurred. Are you accusing me? It? What? This again? What is this? This man. I know him, I think. What's wrong? Are you okay, Arya? Yeah. About that. We'd like to ask you about the mitochondria research you've been doing. NYPD, huh? Why are you interested in my work? The suspect mentioned that the mitochondria would be set free. Now, do you? That suspect ignited people without laying a finger on them. Then it transformed into some kind of creature and ran off. Since she mentioned mitochondria, we were hoping you could supply us with some info. Haha, you two have absolutely no idea what true mitochondria is like. Do you? The mitochondria possesses its own unique genetic code. Its own? Are you saying it's a separate organism? Precisely. Kinda like a parasite or something, huh? Parasite? That's an interesting way of describing this most fascinating creature. We cannot live without the mitochondria, do you understand? The mitochondria creates energy for us. Without it, we're nothing. We are here because the mitochondria allows us to be here. Our brain, for example. The brain functions due to the interaction between axons and dendrites. This interaction is possible due to the energy the mitochondria provides. Did you know the mitochondria is capable of discharging 200,000 volts of electricity? This not only pertains to electrical discharge, but also applies to heat energy as well. heat, then the combustions from last night were dot 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 dot. For a human to burn and melt, 1600 degrees of heat must be generated. There are several hundred mitochondria present within a single cell. If all the mitochondria in the body began functioning at the same time, a tremendous amount of energy would be generated and released. Melting a human into a puddle of fluid would be a simple task with so much energy. So you're saying that the mitochondria ignited these people. Professor, you may be right in that we need the mitochondria to live, but in the end, we're just using them for energy, right? Haha, you have no idea. The mitochondria has control over an organism's growth. Take this hand, for example. Before we're born, this hand is merely a glob of flesh. But when cells between the fingers deteriorate, that's when the first fingers form. When the cells which make up the body aren't needed anymore, it receives a signal to die. This signal is initiated by the mitochondria. When it is relayed, the genetic information in the nucleus is cut off and in essence dies. The same can be said for aging. The mitochondria mutates 10 times faster than cells. Of course, this also applies to mutant forms of mitochondria as well. When too many mutant mitochondria multiply, energy production levels decrease. The decrease in energy production is associated with the aging process. So, are you still stupid enough to say that we are the higher species? But you're not saying that this mitochondria is doing all this consciously, right? When I said that the mitochondria could mutate 10 times faster than normal cells, I also meant that they could evolve at a rate 10 times faster. Since the beginning of creation, the mitochondria has been evolving at this rate. It's no surprise that they possess a power beyond our cognition. No surprise at all. ... Let me tell you something. There was a scientist who tried to determine the mutation rate of the mitochondria. With this, the scientist wanted to establish a connection with human ancestry. In 1987, it was announced that the root of all humans can be traced to a single woman in Africa. This finding was announced to the world, and with this, the mitochondrial theory spread like wildfire. You know what they call the root of it all? Mitochondria Eve. Splendid name. Just incredible. Eve. The suspect in yesterday's case called herself Eve. What?
What?
Hey, if you know anything, you better not be holding back on us. She called herself Eve? Sorry, but I told you what I know. I'd like to return to my studies now. I believe you know the way out. Hey, you better explain what the hell is going on here. Son of a bitch! Daniel, forget it. Let's just go. God damn it. So there you go, just a bunch of story, and that took all day. So, just head back to, the precinct. What the hell is wrong with that guy? I can't stand him. That man, I've seen him before, but I can't remember where. It's Daniel. What? Okay, we'll be right there. Looks like we got a break in the case. What? We gotta get back to the station. Hang on, I'm kicking this thing into turbo. And we'll head back in. And Daniel wanders off, and I'll pause here.